Find that strong up and down plumb line. Here we go. Starting in parallel and up and float. Up and up. Take the arms up. And good. Yeah, Carolyn, you can just keep the arms in middle and just keep them there and then reach forward. Good. And foot exercise. Just waking up the foot. Give it a nice stretch here as you push into the floor. And first, pushing down into the foot. A little tiny push up for your big toe joint. Nice, John. And parallel. Stretch. Point. Demi and back down. So keeping the connection with the floor the whole time. First, demi, full point, and pull in. Swing the arms up, flat back forward, relax down, demi plie and straighten it. Hold your plie, pushing into the floor as you roll up. Pull the belly button into the spine, float into your releve. Good. Nice, Julia, and reach forward. Good. Very nice. Good. So I like that exercise because I think it helps us to understand the balance between alignment and working your muscles, right? So you don't want to ever be in a situation where you're having to grip in your muscles, right? So you want to use your alignment and where you are in space as efficiently as possible, and then work the muscles around that, right? So you, in other words, you don't want to ever try and muscle through compensating for not quite being where you need to be. So
what I feel in it when we're doing the releves is it's not only belly button to spine, it's belly button really, really, really to spine. Is that fair?
yeah, that's
Oh,
totally
okay.
fair. That's totally fair. Yeah. So, yeah, I think, that, I think finding that helps us find that alignment, right? Because if this is wobbly, then we're going to be flopping around, right? So that is probably a good sign that we're finding the alignment, that you're really accessing the the core muscles there. I think it's connected for sure.
Because it feels like I'm aligned, belly button's back, but then I can give it another 30%, and that really feels strong.
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
exactly. Hmm.
that's a lot. Okay.
That's the balance that we're looking for in ballet class, right? Is
Wow.
kind of like that give and take of trying to find the efficiency, but then strengthening around it. So that's, I think, that really key awareness of your body.
That's
That's
good to
really
hear.
great.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Okay, let's do our plie. So I'd like us to introduce the grand plie today. So a great way to start building into the grand plie. Now, you don't have to do the grand plie. It's not a totally necessary thing, but it is something that's in a lot of ballet classes. So the grand plie means that you're going to the demi, and then you keep going and you let the heels come up, and then you come back to the demi and up. Okay, so you should really start to feel your thighs working. So that's why I say it's a 4-count plie, is it's 2 counts down and 2 counts up. From this demi plie, one way to start building it is to just go down a little bit to let the heels come up and then back up again. You don't necessarily have to go all the way down at first. In fact, sometimes if you don't go all the way down, then you're really working those thighs even more. That's it. We want to keep the back nice and straight, Julia. That's really good. So it's a 4 count. So 2 counts down and 2 counts up. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Nice, Carolyn. Yeah, good without the barre and everything. So the thing about it is to not get stuck at the bottom. You don't want to just hang out at the bottom. And you also don't want to pop back up. So that's why I think of it as like a yo-yo action. So the yo-yo goes down and then there's a little bounce and it comes back up the same speed. So trying to find that feeling. So we'll put that in if you want to. Again, if you don't feel like your knees are ready and your strength isn't quite there yet, maybe just take the demi again today. So demi plie, straighten, releve, lower, demi, straighten, releve, open. 4 count plie, demi or grand plie. So down for 2 and up for 2. And then we take our forward stretch, round down, reach out, and back bend, and then second position. Same thing in second, demi, releve, demi, releve, and open. Grand plie in second, the heels stay on the ground, and you go as far as your knee, your pelvis to the knee. And then side stretches and side stretch, bring it together. Fondue, that's right, Lori. I'm closing to first and then we'll repeat. So the grand plie in second, again, you might have the ability to really go really far down, but you don't want to go any farther than that, right? And I do like to keep my legs nice and wide in a second position grand plie. If it's too close in, I can't get a nice deep bend. So that's why I always say for the grand plie in second, make sure that you put your heel where your toe is so you can really open up your hips. Get a nice stretch in that second position.
No, your heels don't come up in second?
Nope. Nope. In fact, yeah, don't let the heels come up, just let the hips release. Take it as wide as you want to. Like for this grand plie, especially for wherever you are, I would take it as wide as you feel like you want to take that stance. So you can open up your hips. The wider your feet apart are, the more you can kind of open up the hips. Everyone just experiment with that. Yeah. So just take a nice change like yeah, that's beautiful, Lori. Good. Yeah, take different widths and just notice how deep you can go depending on how far apart your feet are. Yeah, that's nice, John. So the idea is to warm up and stretch the hips and also strengthening. So we're doing all those things. So that's why I'm saying take it as wide as you want to, but keep your back straight because that's ballet class, keeping your back up. Okay, you ready? Let's do it. I'm all over the place on this playlist. Oh, that's right. Here we go. First position. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit. First position. Here we go. And plie. You should feel a nice spring in that plie as well as a release. And 4 count plie. Forward. And back. Second position. Here we go. Take it nice and wide if you want to. Plie. Straighten. Releve. Lower. Plie. Round plie. That's it. Nice and opening up the hips. Good. And then I pull it in just a little bit for my side stretch. Bring the arms in. Let's take a little rise in second. Lower the heels and come back to first. And here we go again. Very nice. Love it. And forward, long back. Good. Shoulder down. Tongue to the side, reaching up through the fingertips. And lengthening lower. Here we go. Other hand on the bar. Even though we're only in first and second. And release. Reach out and back bend. Beautiful. Down. Second position. Lengthening. Here we go. And release. Good. Grand plie. Side stretch. And side stretch. Good. And take a press up. And back to first. Beautiful. Very good. Good. Very, very nice. So that grand plie really does start to kind of, I think it's a kind of a necessary thing for me to at least get one grand plie in there during the bar work, just because it really does open up the hips a little bit. If you do have knee issues, did everyone feel okay doing that grand plie today? Everyone felt like it was okay with your knees and everything? Okay. If you do have knee issues, I have some, or if ever you're feeling like your knees aren't feeling like they want to do that, another way to kind of open up the hips is to do this kind of forced arch thing and up instead of going all the way down. And then it just kind of does the same thing with the hips there without having to go all the way down with that weight bearing. Okay, now we have our tendus. We're adding our soutenu. So let's do the same thing we did last week. We did one plain and a soutenu. One straight soutenu. One straight soutenu. One straight soutenu. Cross it in front. And then we repeat from our third or fifth. Soutenu. Side. Soutenu. Back. Soutenu. Side. Soutenu. Okay, does everyone remember that from last week?
Any recommendations? That's what hurt my knee. Was
The soutenu, don't go as far.
don't go
Don't
down.
go as far. Yeah, don't force it. It is a little bit of restriction, so just feel a night, just let the knee release, don't force it. That might be part of it. This is one leg weight bearing on a plie, so you're taxing that leg more. So try and feel your hamstring a little bit, engage everyone on that soutenu so that you're supporting it with the hamstring a little bit. Yeah, just go where that knee wants to go, and if it feels like it's not enough, don't push it. Just let it relax. See if that feels better. Yeah. The other thing is to monitor your tracking just like you do in a regular demi-plie. So it should feel the same in your demi-plie on 2 legs. So there might be something happening where because you're kind of on one leg, there might be something different happening. So just try and focus on the tracking. Make sure the knee's right over the toe. Okay, try it and then Carolyn, let me know if it's still bothering you and we can talk about it. Okay, here we go. Oh, don't forget at the end we're going to do a forward and back in 5th. I want to add one more thing. So in 5th, go forward and back just like we do in first position for the plies. Releve Susu, plie. We're going to go up into the releve and pull our toes in. And that's our Susu. So your front foot's right in front of your back foot. Now to get out of this situation, you have to release your back foot to lower. And in fact, today, why don't we go to first from there? So from the Susu position, stay on releve, go to your first position, and then lower your heels. So we'll do that today. So take your back foot, open it, that's it, and then lower. We'll finish it that way. Okay, here we go. I'll talk you through it from first. Tendu, soutenu, tendu, soutenu. That's it, stretch, and nice and gentle, cross, side, and cross, front. That's it, that looks good, Carolyn. Take it again. Forward stretch. Push down into the floor. Back bend. Open the arm, plie. Releve Susu. Good, toes in front. And then take both arms up. Release the back foot and flow down into first. Good, nice, Julia. Good. Good, that looked good, Carolyn. Was that better? Does that feel a little bit better, or are you still having some pain?
It's much better when I use a barre.
Yeah. So yeah, just do it a little bit less, and yeah, make sure that you're holding on to something. Other leg. Here we go. Arm forward and side. Stretch. Soutenu. Tendu. Soutenu. And back. And then front 5th or 3rd. Good. Take it one more time, I think. Good. That's it, nice job. And forward. Releve Susu. Good, nice. Good. Beautiful. Susu. The word Susu means over and under. S-O-U-S-S-O-O-S. There are 2 words that sound exactly the same, but it means over and under. So when we do that releve Susu, we're pulling one over, pulling one under, so it's right underneath your body there. Okay, I'd like us to try one new thing here to the same music, because we're going to put them together next week. So we're going to take a tonlie and chasse. So Let's start facing the bar. First position, tendu, plie, point, close, go the other way, tendu, plie, point, close, then chasse, plie, slide, point, close, plie, slide to second, point, and close. Okay, so everyone face your bar, or whatever you're doing, and tendu to the side. So you tendu to the side, and then you plie in second from there. So your weight's on one foot. Remember, when you do a tendu, you are putting yourself onto one foot. So it is a transfer of weight, just doing the tendu. Then you plie in second, you're on 2 feet. Then you have to use your other tendu to push you onto the other foot, okay? So you're on 2 feet, 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot. So try that a few times. 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 foot, 1, 2, 1. And you want to make that nice and smooth, and the way you do that is working through your foot like we've been working on from the beginning, through that beautiful fluid foot. Chasse, 2 feet, 2 feet, 1 foot. So it finishes just like the other one, but you start in the plie. You want to go a little bit deeper into that second, then push with the tendu and close. Okay, so that's the main difference between the chasse and the tendu, is that the tendu is from 1 to 2 to 1, and the chasse is 2 to 1. So we're gonna go back and forth. Here we go. Facing the bar, bunch of times to get that muscle memory going. Starting to the right. Tendu, plie, point, stretch. Chasse, plie, and point. Plie, point, stretch. Chasse. On your own. Tendu, plie, point, and close. Tendu, plie, chasse. Yes, good. Chasse. One more time. Tendu, point, plie, point, close. Good, Sarah. Tendu, plie, good. That's it. And chasse, plie, slide. That's right, Julia. Yes, plie. Good, very nice, Lori. Good. Good, so with the chasse, a tricky thing about the chasse, we were all doing it pretty well, but to make sure that when you're on 2 feet, that the middle of your body stays in the middle. So we don't want to chasse this way, right? So it's kind of tricky because you have to lead with one leg, right? You can't like push them both out. So one is going to be leading, but you want to try and keep your head right in the middle of your body. Let's try going forward and back now. So you're going to put one hand on the bar. Did you have a question, Lori? Yes.
So it's first a tendu, and the second it's a plie, then a chasse. Did you?
The chasse starts with a plie.
But the other starts with the tendu.
The other one starts straight. Yeah, so if I write a diagram, the tendu goes like this, dun, 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 and the chasse goes like this, dun, dun, dun. So up, down, up, and then the chasse is down, down, up.
Okay.
Yeah. Very.
So I had a question.
Yes.
So for the tendu, I feel very compelled to go into like a deeper plie. How far should we be going down for that?
I like that. If you feel compelled to do it.
Okay, word.
Yeah. So that's a really nice feeling, isn't it? So this up and a drop and an up. Yeah, if you're feeling that, that's definitely part of that feeling. I would say try and feel that also. Drop down and up, because then you're really building that nice strength, because it really should have that scooping feeling in that chasse. Yeah, as deep as you can go for it, because we're building the strength there. Let's go from fifth. Now we're going to go forward and back. This is a little bit trickier. We go forward and back, so we have to go from fifth. Put your hand on your hip for today. So you're going to tendu to the front. Now when you plie in fourth position, it's opposite of going into second in the fact that you want to pull the foot in a little bit. So you're going to pull that toe back to your heel and then push forward, point your back and close. Then Then you go backwards, tendu, plie, point, and close. So do the tendu, everyone. Straight, bend, straight, close, straight, bend, straight, close. And if you feel like you really want to go wider, that's okay. Just make sure that you're trying to really turn the leg out when you plie onto it. Now let's try the chasse. Plie, slide, point your back foot and close. Plie, slide. This is the hardest one, going backwards and keeping your weight on it. Let's try the other leg. So face the other way. And start with the tendu. So tendu, plie, point, and close. Tendu, plie, point. Do that one again. Straight, bend, straight, close, straight, bend. Now try the chasse. Plie, slide, and up, close, plie. Good. Very good. So try and remember how it felt to do that chasse going side to side. It's a little bit easier to feel that slide sideways, I think. The one going to the back is the hardest one because we tend to want to just slide this leg back this way and keep our weight here. It's tricky to kind of try and keep that equal weight as you slide back and then push back. So I think the main key is to try and keep your shoulders over your hips, right? Right in the middle of the hips now. Okay, here we go. Let's start on the right side. Left hand on the bar and crossing. Point, plie, point, close, point, plie. Good. Now chasse, plie, plie, slide, and tendu. Straight, bend, straight, close, straight, plie, plie, stay, plie, and up, plie. One more set. Point, plie, point, close, point, and chasse. Good. Good. That looks good, everyone. Let's do the other leg. Facing the other side. Very, very good. Tendu and chasse. These are important steps. Here we go. Left foot's leading. Point, plie, point, chasse. Stay low and go high. Plie and tendu. And chasse. Last set. Point, plie, point, close, point, plie, chasse. Good. All right. Good. I feel that doing all that repetitions. It's a really important part of strengthening our plie in that low position in ballet. Ballet, we don't do dive rolls. We're not spinning on our heads on the ground. Like, that's kind of where we live in ballet, is as low as that demi plie. Sometimes we go into the grand plie, but that's our low, right? And this is our high, except for when we're jumping, right? So trying to feel those different planes is really important. So that's where that tendu and chasse really comes in, because then you start to get your light and your shade going in your dancing.
How do you spell that first one? Temp?
So it's temp, T-E-M-P, L-I-E. It means time suspended. It's very poetic.
It's two words, templier.
Templier, yeah,
Templier.
templier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, some people call this also templier, but I call it chasse. And it comes, and chasse means to chase, so eventually it would turn into a galloping action. Perhaps. as if it were to go faster. Okay. So next week I'm gonna combine our tendu soutenu combination with our Plie and our Chasse. It's gonna be like epic next week. We're gonna put it all together. It's gonna be a big ol' big tendu combination. Let's do our dégagés. So we go to the front, brush, point, and close, and brush, point, and close, and brush, point, close, rise, lower to the side, point, close, and side, touch, close, side, touch, close, up, down, then we go to the back, to the side, and then our clash, brush, touch, close, back, touch, close, front, touch, close, back, touch, close, and keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then let's just close into first position, plie, releve. Find your balance here at the end and slowly go. All right, we should remember this one from last week. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, what happened to my... Sorry, where's my skipping? It's called skipping. Here we go. Arm forward and side. Brush, touch, close. Brush, touch, close. Brush, touch, close. Up, side. To the back. Good. Good. Very nice. Clash. Front, touch, close. Back. Front. Back. And 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And close. Plie, releve. Find your balance. And reach forward. And good. Good. Great. Second side. Here we go. Arm forward and side. Brush, touch, close. Up, and side. To the back. Good. And side. Good. Very nice, everyone. And clutch. And right through it. Good. Very nice. Excellent. Very nice story. Good. Plie, releve. Reach forward. Great. Good. Good. I'd like us to do our Ronda John now. So our Ronda John, let's do the same thing we did last week. You do 4 front sides, switch legs, front side for 4, and then our levitation, tendu, reach, point and close. Take it as high as you can without changing anything, right? Just try and maintain everything the same, but just get that leg up as high as it will go. All right, so then we do the side front for 4, and then point and lift to the side. Remember to keep it in line with your hips when you go to the side. All right, here we go. We did this last week. This is a bit of review right now. Here we go. Demi Ronda John, front side. Here we go. And front, side, close, front, side, close, front, side, close, front, side. Switch your legs, front, side, close. Tendu to the front, point, lengthen and lift. just pulling you to the front. Fondue to the side. Point, reach it so it floats up. Reach to find the floor. And take a demi-plie to relax. Good. Let's face the bar. So remember when we go to the back, we just do our leg lifts to the back only to the arabesque. Here we go. Back side. First position. And back side, close. Back side, close. Other leg. Fondue, lengthen and lift. Side back. And reach. And take a plie. Good. Good. How's everyone doing on those Ronda Johns? Let's do our fondue. Who remembers fondue? It's all a quiz from last week. It's not melted cheese, although it is, and very yummy. Fondue means to melt, right? So we brush to the front, we come to that coupe. Where's my Rhapsody 2 music? There it is. So we brush to the front, comes to the coupe. Remember, it's a straight, bend both knees, straighten both knees, and close, switch legs, out, in, out, then to the side, out, in, out, out, in, out. Then we do the attitude, plie, hold the plie, stretch, close, plie. We did this last time, right? Plie, hold the plie, stretch, and plie, and stretch. So we want to try and have both knees bending the same and straightening at the same time. Here we go. Any questions on this one? Good. Here we go. Fondues. Here we go. Out, in, out, close, out, bend both, straighten, good, side, very nice, and attitudes, beautiful everyone. Excellent. Go ahead, hide the leg there, John. Go ahead, take it again from the beginning. Straight, bend, straight, close, straight, bend, straight, close, straight, bend, good, and straight, bend. Good, now try it on your own, the attitudes, everyone. Good, plie, hold the plie. Beautiful, Lori. Good. Yes. And last one to the side. Good, Julia. Good. Lori, that looks great. Very nice, everyone. Good. Okay, let's go to the back. Out and out. So remember when we're going to the back, we kind of have to reverse engineer the idea of turnout a little bit. So the rotation pushes out and then you have to kind of increase that rotation to bring it in to that coupe, right? All right, here we go, to the back, out and out, only to the back, not to the side. Out, in, out, close. Plie, add 2, stretch, keep it rotated. Plie, bend, straighten. Out, in, out, plie, plie, plie. And again, everyone. Out, in, out, close. Out, in, that's it. And plie, hold the plie, stretch, close, plie, hold the plie, unstretch, close. Good. All right. Good. Time for our kicks, everyone. Kick. So same pattern, brush, touch, close. Sometimes I go down. So we go to the front with a passe. Brush, touch, close, Tony, and first. Brush, touch, close, Tony, and first. Side, point, close, and up, and side, and up. Good. So now we're kind of letting it fly, everyone. Here we go. And brush, point, close, Tony, and up, and side. Good. Take it again. Good. And last one. Good. Right. And going to the back for brush touch closes, no passes. Just alternate the legs, going to the back. And just let your back go forward as it needs to without letting yourself hunch. So if you're feeling that leg pushing you forward, that's okay. Just keep lengthening and opening up as you do so. Just don't let it make you go like that. Here we go. To the back. Facing the bar. And brush, touch, switch your feet. And brush, point, close, to the back. Good. Good. Let's do 4 more. 1. Good. 2. Good. That's it. 3 and 4. Good. All right. Good. Let's come center. Let's come center. So let's move our stuff, and we're gonna work on a couple of things. So let's portmanteau is our. Let's see what we remember. So we cross in front. Facing forward. First port bras. Fondue. And let point, close, and a passe. Okay. Good. So, Carolyn, instead of taking your arm high, you could just keep the arms low and then just do the tendu and lip. And just feel the back nice and long, but just keep the arms in like kind of a rounded position, engage that way if that feels comfortable. And then you can just do the legs. Okay, do we remember our facings, everyone? Point to your corner 8. Who remembers your corner 8? Good, Lori. Yes, good job. Okay, so face your corner 8 with your right foot in front. And then you take your port de bras to fourth position, that's right. And then tendu to the front, and then we're just gonna lift to hold the balance, find the balance point, close, and then bring everything down and swivel to face front. First port de bras, tendu front, lift, point, and close. And then this is our effacé line. So the arms and the legs are the same. What I'd like you to try and feel today is a little bit of an opening and a twist, as though you're kind of reclining back a little bit in your upper body. Point and lift. And then we take our tablier to the side. Look at that. We learned that at the barre, and there it is. Tablier. And then we're on the other side. Point. Sorry, port de bras, point, lift, point, close, and face front. First port de bras, point, lift, point, close, face effacé or open position. Feel that opening. I'm running out of room here. Tablier, close. Okay, so let's take our the front first. So we're starting in the cross position, croisé. So face croisé with your right foot front. Yes, which should mean your corner 8. With your right foot front. And port de bras. First port de bras. Second side. First port de bras. Like that reclining action, that's very nice, everyone. Beautiful. And tablier. And close first. Good. All right. Great. Let's do our arabesques now. So facing corner 8, croisé. So that's what people will say in a ballet class, is face croisé with your right foot front. So you have to know what that is, right? Croisé. So we're going to go into arabesque. So we're going to go into our third arabesque. Point, lift, point, close, swivel. First port de bras. Point, lift, swivel. First arabesque. And we'll do the same tablier. Remember, it goes on the back diagonal. And then we'll do our third arabesque. Straight front, first arabesque. So I'm going to face you for a second in my third. Just notice what happens here. Okay, so that's what's happening in the arms as we go from one to the other. Right? Deep, da, da. And we're turning within that kind of angular thing. Okay.
It's like my
ready?
arms just pointed to the corner.
Yeah, but I would just say it again.
My outside arms pointing to the corner.
In the third yes. Yes.
Great.
If that's the way you want to think of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just your feet are different.
Yep. Yeah. It'll only take 4 more.
Yeah. There's lots of ways to think about it. That's a great way to think about it. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Sorry, croisé. Right foot front. Point. Lift. Point. First port de bras. Swivel. Good. Good. Next week we are going to do the side version. But what I'd like to finish with today is a little bit of a glissade. I know we have like 1 minute. So glissade means to glide. It's a little bit of a jump. So everyone find your plie. You're in a plie in first position. Hold that plie as you dégagé. It's a little leap sideways and come back into plie. Dégagé, little leap sideways. But you want to really feel the foot and that beautiful tendu catching the floor. So this is the exercise we're going to do. You do dégagé, plie, glissade. Then you go to the left, right, plie, glissade. It's a little leap sideways. Make sure you finish in a plie so it's kind of staying low. That's it, Lori. 1, 2, plie. Glissade means to glide, so it's not really a sharp movement, although you're going off the ground, so there is a little bit of a spring to it. But that's it. That's it, Julia. Good. Make sure you finish in a plie, everyone, because I want us to really understand that whenever you're in the air, you need to soften the knees to land. Don't want to ever land on a straight leg. So I want to build this very small little transfer of weight, but getting a nice juicy glissade or plie there. Here we go. Whoa, that's not music. Goes like this. Right, left, plie, glissade. Plie, glissade, plie, straight, left. Very nice, beautiful, good. So I don't know if you're noticing what I'm doing here. So we do this leg, and then that happens in the glissade, right? The dégagé, the glissade's made out of our dégagés. So I'm wanting us to connect the fact that we do that in the bar work to the fact that it actually produces movement and later. So let's do it one more time. Just wanted you to notice that. I'm sure you did, but here we go. Use the glissade to move. The dégagés to move, I mean. Just use the same legs in the same order. On your own. Right, left, right, left. Very nice, Lori. Good. Yes, John. Good. All right, good. So, any questions on that? So the way ballet's built, right, is like you learn these singular skills kind of at the bar, and they're used to build into other things towards the center. So that dégagé, we've been working so hard already, feeling this connection of the foot against the floor. Guess what? That turns into a jump later. This beautiful tendu, quicker, we push off the ground, it turns into a jump. So all these things that happen in ballet are built from these basic skills that we learn at the bar, and then you just keep building. So that's why doing the repetition at the bar is so important, because your body starts to remember it, and then you can start building on it. The lesson to learn from that is that everything in ballet builds on itself. So every time you go to class, you have things that you know that you can apply to things that you don't know, and it should work. Right? It should start to make sense after a while. It'll be like, oh, it's just that with that added to it, right? Good job, everyone. Take your curtsy without a music, because we didn't waltz today, but I wanted to teach a few new things. Of course, there's so much. And don't forget to do both sides and all the way up to the third balcony, because they also paid for their tickets. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. I remembered to record, so I will send that one to you.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Kristen. See you next week.